Cool.
I'm trying to work out what film set San Francisco.
Like, films are set in front. I was thinking about this one, this terrible film I saw quite recently. It was about this guy, like, moves into this flat and finds like the ghost of this girl who's in a coma.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know that film?
Yeah,
terrible film. That's set in San Francisco.
Sure.
Oh, right.
Hi, we're Urby and the Whale, and we're at Wolfgang's Vault, and we're going to do a song called L.I.F.E.G.O.E.S.O.N. Likes brandy in the way it hits her lips. She's a rock and roll survivor with pendulum hips. She's got deep brown eyes that have seen it all. Working at a nightclub that was called the Avenue. The barman used to call her Little Lisa Looney Tree. She went down almost anyone. From the hard time living to the Chelsea days, from when her hair was sweet blonde till the day it turned gray, she said L.I.F.E.G.O.E.S.O.N. Got more than money and sense, my friend, you got heart, and you go your own way. L.I.F.E.G.O.E.S.O.N. What you don't have now will come back again. You got heart, and you go your own way. Like a map on their face. And Joey was an artist just living out a case, but his best work, where his led us home. His standard works of fiction about imaginary success, from chorus girls and neon, where his closest thing to friends. But to a writer, the truth is no big deal. And from the hard time living to the sleepless nights, and the black and blue body from the weekend fights, you go L.I.F.E.G.O.E.S.O.N. Got more than money and sense, my friend, you got heart, and you go your own way. L.I.F.E.G.O.E.S.O.N. What you don't have now will come back again. You got heart, and you go your own way. Last night on earth, I won't look to the sky. I was just breathing the air, blinking the light. On my last night on earth, I pay a high price to have no regrets, to be done with my life. I go L.I.F.E.G.O.E.S.O.N. Got more than money and sense, my friend, you got heart, and you go in your own way. L.I.F.E.G.O.E.S.O.N. What you don't have now will come back again. You got heart, and you go in your own way. L.I.F.E.G.O.E.S.O.N. Got more than money and sense, my friend, you got heart, and you go in your own way. L.I.F.E.G.O.E.S.O.N. What you don't have now will come back again. You got heart, and you go in your own way. Looks out her window, and the stars don't feel that far away. She watches the wind blow, blowing all her problems away. but then she'll ask as she cleans up the glass, is this the line? Is this the line? Is this the line between heaven and hell? Is this the line where I get up and walk out? Is this the line where you get drunk and you yell? She fixes her makeup, treading lightly on the floor. She hopes you won't wake up as she makes her way towards the door. But then she'll say as she waves him away, is this the line? Is this the line? Is this the line between heaven and hell? Is this the line where I get up and walk out? Is this the line where you get drunk and you yell? She says I'll live my life like a diamond, bright and hard like a diamond. She says I'll live my life like a diamond, bright and hard like a diamond. This song's called Tonight's the Kind of Night. Boy with his head pressed up to your window, bus headed out of town, his breath on the glass, draws with his finger, map of the roads they go down. In circles of streetlights, the only signal, there's people out there in the black. He waves goodbye, the town he grew up in, knows that he'll never come back. But the night outside is far below, his heart is pumping blood. On his lips a perfect smile, his eyes begin to flood. 'Cause tonight's the kind of night where everything could change. Tonight's the kind of night where everything could change. The rumble straight clack, the rattling frame, beat out a pulse on his head. The engine hums a humble tune, a melody of rubber and lead. And under lamplight glow, paradise stars, an infinity of dancing white light. He sees that his death is to experience only, not to those who plan out his life. But the night outside is far below, the moon is in the sky. His heart is full of perfect joy, he whispers his goodbye. 'Cause tonight's the kind of night where everything could change. Tonight's the kind of night where everything could change. Tonight he's not gonna come back home.
Hi, I'm Angie with Crawdaddy Magazine, and I'm here with Charlie and Tom of Noah and the Whale, who stopped by to do a vault session for us today. So thanks so much for sticking around for the interview and playing some music for us. Kind of just getting started at the beginning. You guys formed in 2006 in London. I know the lineup's changed a few times over the years, but how did you guys form the band?
Well, the very first band was me, Tom. And me and Tom, we went to the same school, but we didn't really know each other that well at school. And my brother, who I obviously knew my entire life. So that was the first three. And then Urby, who's the bass player, actually joined as a violinist, while Tom went off on just a month-long holiday in Italy.
Nice.
And then
That's how it works. It's quite brutal, actually.
Yeah, and then when Tom came back from Italy, we got used to having Urby around, so he just moved over to bass. And then Fred we found a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Nice. So you guys are not playing with the drummer now?
We have got a drummer touring with us. Yeah, he's an Australian chap.
And on the record, this past record, you did use like drum tracks and stuff.
Yeah, well, no, it's a few different drummers played on it. Yeah, a few different people.
So your name comes from the Noah Baumbach film, Squid and the Whale.
Yeah.
Did you guys have like the same sort of collective enthusiasm for the same kind of films, or?
Yeah, I think we've got quite similar film taste.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. But it's weird, it's like you pick a band name and you forget as you're picking it the sort of the relevance it's going to have for the next.
People are going to ask you for the next 10 years.
Like 5 years ago when I made that decision, I wasn't like, shit, I'm going to be talking about that in San Francisco in 5 years. You know what I mean? So it's like,
At the end of the day, it's just a good collection of words. Isn't
exactly, yeah, how it sounds.
So let's talk about the new record. It just came out in March on Mercury Records.
Yeah.
Is that right? And the title of that is Last Night on Earth. And I understand that was the title is sort of based around a Bukowski collection. Can you kind of speak to that, how that came about?
Yeah, I mean, it was just that I was reading a lot of Bukowski poems when I was writing the album. There's one collection of his called The Last Night of the Earth Poems. And uncreatively, we just sort of pinched that title.
Bukowski nods always like.
Yeah, I mean,
cool
to be honest, it was like I wanted that. I loved what that title meant to the album. So I mean, the album's largely about people sort of living impulsively, and often set against the kind of romantic backdrop of the nighttime. So it felt like a phrase that worked well, And I liked that it has the double edge of being like the urgency of, like I said, living impulsively, or just sort of last night on Earth, like yesterday as it happened,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great name. And this record is more character-driven than your past one, which is a little bit more autobiographical. Can you kind of speak to some of the characters that you've explored through this?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's it's a mixture of people you meet, or people people in stories. I mean, there's one character in the song Wild Thing, who is sort of loosely based on Laura Palmer's character in Twin Peaks.
Really?
I wanted to write a song who had, the character that felt like that. But I don't know. Yeah, I think it was just we were in many ways in this album trying to push ourselves forward and do something unfamiliar, and try and test ourselves. So that's in the songwriting and in the arrangements on the record.
Yeah, it's way more synth-driven than other efforts. What are there any sort of artists or albums that were informing this new sound?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of that kind of synth sound, artists ranging from Prince to Eno to Arthur Russell, they're all in the mix.
Mm-hmm. Do you have, like, when you take your music live and it translates to the stage, what are kind of some of the limitations or challenges of doing that when you work so, laboriously on a record?
Sure. Well, I mean, the thing for us is that we've released 3 albums and they're quite disparate in style. So that the main challenge live is trying to realise like a cohesive set that makes sense, But it's cool because with the new sounds, we can revisit old songs and give them a kind of facelift and make them work. Yeah, it's good.
Well, thanks so much for taking the time to stop by here today, and really appreciate it. And be sure at home to watch their session and check out the new record, and see them on tour this year because they'll be out there for a while. So, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.